guys, it's D-Man Swish here.
And I'm Tyler.
And welcome to Video Game Finds number 20. Now, I know in the past couple of episodes we haven't had a whole lot of stuff to show you guys, but in this video it's going to be quite longer because we have a lot of stuff. So, without further ado, let's get started with it. First thing here, it was pretty much just given to me. My uncle used to play PS1 and PS2 a lot, but he kind of had this in his back closet or whatever. But it's a official Sony PlayStation 1 console carrying case here. Pretty cool. Didn't have one like this, so that was very cool of him to, just give it to me. Very cool. Next here, oh, by the way, we got a lot of this stuff from different times and everything, and I cannot remember exactly when and where we got it, but I'll try my best because there's just so much stuff, so bear with me here. But most of it I do remember what I paid and where we got it, but I'll try my hardest not to, mess up on too many things. But here, I don't remember exactly when I got it, but I got all these from Games Ahoy, and they've been selling their NES dust sleeves now. They don't give them away anymore, but they sell them. And I decided, you know what, I'm just going to have to do it because I'm not going to find them cheaper anywhere else. So I broke down and finally bought some. And but here they are. There's a huge box of them here. We got the basic black ones here. And then, probably can't show you many of them, but a lot of these have the, I don't know. There's a bunch in here. There's half and half, I'd probably say. But it was buy 3, get 1 free, and there was a total of 75 of them. And I've already used a bunch of them, but 75 of them, and it was $49 for this whole box. So very cool. I really need those. So, I decided to just suck it up and, buy them because I'm not going to really find them anywhere else. So that's what I did there. Next here, this was done pretty much right after the last video that we posted on YouTube. And I decided to just take a walk to our local art thrift store because I was kind of bored that day, so I just kind of walked there. And it wasn't a total loss because I came home with a original Sony PlayStation 1, the Mini, the Power Brick here. And I've been looking for one of these for a very long time, and I just have not been able to find them anywhere. And you'll not find these anywhere cheaper than $8 on eBay and stuff. So I just never wanted to really pay that because for some of my PS1 minis I paid less than that anyway for them. So basically this was $1, I think, or maybe it was I don't remember, it was something like that, but it was really cheap, so really glad to get that. Alright, and then me and Tyler took a trip about 3 weeks ago. Maybe it was 2.5, I don't remember. But we went to city south of us, and we went to a bunch of places we'd never been to before. We kind of went to, we kind of wrote down all the addresses and stuff of them, and we just kind of went off from there. And there was 2 thrift stores that we had never been to. They're kind of home-owned ones. And the first one we went to was, it's pretty cool. This was, do you think, was it $2? I think this was $2.
Yeah, it was 2.
It was $2, but not a bad deal. It's the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and it has the exclusive unlockable cheat codes inside, and it's for the Nintendo GameCube. And it is complete, and it's in really good shape. So, really happy to find that. Add another title to the GameCube collection. And then another thrift store was a couple miles down from that one. We had never been to that one either. But we went inside, we looked through all their cords, and I found another PS1 mini power cord. I haven't seen them for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, within the same weekend, I get 2 of them. And that's how many I needed, because I have 4 PS1 minis, and 2 of them didn't have the power cords. So now I have a full set of cords for all of them. So very cool. I think I averaged it, I don't know how much this one was, but I think it was $1.50 for the 2 of them, now that I kind of remember it. But so $1.50 for both of those is really good, especially when one can sell for $8, which is ridiculous. But anyway, really cool. Next, these are kind of out of different dates, but I got a couple of NES games off of eBay, and one of them came with a dust sleeve already, so that was kind of a bonus. But and the other one didn't. But this one I think was 2 weeks ago when I got it. and it was $8.50 after shipping. It was a bidding system, and it came from a pawn shop in like North Carolina or something. But it came with a dust sleeve, and that is Street Cop. And it's in very good shape. I mean, it's got a little yellowing on top. I don't know if you can see that or not, but really good shape otherwise. And this is like going for 20 bucks at our local game store, Games Ahoy. So I felt $8.50 for this was a really good deal. So very happy to get that. Alright, and this other one I received actually yesterday in the mail, and this one's going for 20 bucks at Games Ahoy as well. And I paid $9.50 off of a bidding system for with shipping, so $9.50 total. This one didn't have a dust sleeve, but I have plenty of them. So, but that is the Miracle Piano teaching system game cartridge, and I have the piano. If you guys have forgotten about that, or if you're new to the channel, I do have the Miracle Piano actual system, but I just need the hookup cord from the piano to the NES, and I also need I think there was like a foot pedal that went with it too. But if I get those two pieces, then I'll have a complete set for the piano teaching system. So very cool. Glad to finally get the actual game for that. Now the Super Nintendo one will be harder to find, because that one's like 40 to 50 bucks. It's a pretty expensive one. But anyways. Alright, and then now we have a pretty good stack of NES games that me and Tyler both picked out at Games Ahoy. We both put together our $25 gift cards that we got for Christmas. So we had a total of 50 bucks. And but first, what I want to really show you guys is what me and Tyler both found very fascinating. We had never seen one of these before. There is none on eBay. You can only find maybe a couple on Amazon, and they're only imports only. So that's probably why we had never seen it before. But it works on the North American system, and that is they call it the Lemon Yellow DualShock 2 Sony PlayStation 2 controller. So it is official. It has the Sony logo on it. And believe it or not, this is probably the one of the most expensive controllers I've ever purchased. You know, but it's in really good shape. It was this was $40, but I felt me and Tyler both felt that that was probably like one of the best deals we could do to put our cards together. So basically, it was a gift because we used our gift cards. So, but yeah, it was a $40 controller, and I'm not going to see another one of these local. Yeah, like, this was like a special import-only kind of thing. So someone already did the hard work. I guess I got it, you know, the easy way because it was at, you know, our local game store. So very cool. I'm definitely not going to be playing with it because I don't want it to break or anything like that. I mean, it's got some fair use on it, but it's in very good shape. So very cool. That's probably one of the more harder to find controllers in my collection now. So there's that. All right, and then these games. After we used the gift card, like the $10 gift card, like afterward remnants of what we had after the controller, these I had to pay $29 in cash. So I guess they were like 39 bucks, I think, if you think about it, for these games. I think there's 8 of them. Yeah, there's 8 NES games here, but there's some pretty good titles in here. A lot of them are fillers, but a lot of them are good too. First one here is 8 Eyes. And yes, all the dust sleeves that you see on them were what were in the box that I showed you a little bit ago. I already used them all, or a bunch of them to fill these games. Abadox. A lot of these are in really good shape too. We tried to pick the best copies too. Dr. Chaos. NES Volleyball, black box. Surprised I didn't have that one yet. That's interesting, but I'm glad I have it now, so that's cool. This one's pretty cool. Dig Dug 2. Air Fortress. Pretty cool. Gary Kitchen's Battle Tank. Yeah, all these have very good stickers and everything. They're really good shape, so very cool. And the last one here is Days of Thunder. And that one's in good shape too. So, very cool. More NES games to add to the collection, so very cool. Glad to get that stuff. Next here, this was a weekend, I think a couple weeks ago. Tyler didn't want to go with me. He was just kind of not in the mood. So I kind of went all by myself, you know, basically went to all of our places that we usually go to. And there's quite a bit of stuff here, so it's going to take me, you know, a few minutes here to go through this stuff. But anyways, first I'll show you, I guess, what I got from our local Goodwill. First thing here is a Game Boy Color carrying case. And guys, just putting it out here right now, most of the time, Goodwills and stuff, they only check the front zipper. But guess what? A lot of these carrying cases have a back zipper. And guess what happened? We found a few manuals inside the back case. And Tyler will go ahead and show those to you.
Yeah, there's a couple here. There's 6. The first one is A Bug's Life. There's some pretty good ones in here.
You can go ahead and hand them over here if you want, so they don't take up your space.
Super Mario Deluxe.
A lot of these are in really good shape too. I had a feeling there was something in there because like the case felt heavier than it should. But very cool that these were in here.
Wario Land 3. The Sinister Six Spider-Man 2.
I think one of these like actually had like notes in them from like the kid that owned them. So I felt that was really cool. They were actually, you know, used for what they were meant to be used for.
The Legend of Zelda.
Oracle of Ages.
Oracle of Ages.
It's got a little bit of bending on the back, but
yeah,
nothing too horrible. I mean, it's all there, so.
And then the last one here is Pokemon Yellow, but it's missing the front.
Yeah, it is missing the
and I think it's missing the back too.
Yeah, it's missing like the whole like over piece. But I do have a box for that game, and the only thing that was missing was the manual. And since the box is not in the best shape anyway, it's not too big a deal that it's missing the front cover for the manual. So technically, I got a complete box for Pokemon Yellow for $5 because the case was only $2, and for that case to be $2 with all those manuals, it made it even better. So very cool. Alright, next here I will go ahead and show this stuff. Or, not this game actually, because it came from the same Goodwill. I also found there the X-Files for the original PlayStation. And this is like an $8 to $10 game, give or take. And I paid $4 for it, and all 4 discs are in there. And in very good shape. It's got a couple like scratches on the front and stuff, but what PS1 games don't have that nowadays, you know? So, but very cool. Glad to finally add that game to the collection. I have come across another one at Goodwill before, but it was missing like 2 discs and stuff, and the manual is gone. But
it was like $5.
Yeah, and that one was like $5. So this one for a complete copy, $4. Way better deal. So very cool. Add that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show this stuff next. Alright, this stuff came from a pawn shop not too far from us. It's called Mason Pawn. And we usually don't go there because their games are always $6 a piece, no matter what it is, like older-wise anyway. But like all their older games are mainly sports titles and everything anyway, so it's never really worth, you know, looking at their games. But their accessories were absolutely a great deal. But I'll go ahead and show those. But first we got here, this one's kind of coming, you know, unraveled. But first here we've got 2 NES controllers, just the basic square ones, Nintendo brand. One of them's got the replaced buttons, which was, I think, a mod kit that was, you know, released back in the day. Very cool. I don't have one like that, so I'll be keeping it. And I'll be keeping this one as well. The controllers were $5 a piece. Really good deal. I can always use extra controllers, even though I have a bunch already, but you can never go wrong with too many controllers. Then next we have 3 gray zapper guns, and they all work, and they're all in very good shape. I mean, you know, give or take the dirt and the scratches and stuff in them, but really cool. Really glad to add 3 more zappers to the collection. Those were $5 a piece as well. They originally had them marked at $6 a piece, but they gave me a deal since I bought so many. And the last one here is what really sealed the deal from here. I've never seen one in the wild before except for Games Ahoy, and you hardly ever see them on eBay. I mean, they're around a lot, but like I hardly ever look for them. But I'm glad I finally came across one out in the wild, and that is the Nintendo Power Pad. And very good shape. I mean, it's got some, you know, corner tears and stuff, but that's going to be, you know, common with due to the age of them and stuff. But it works great. The cord's intact and everything, and all the pad buttons work. And I mean, I had a few little stains on it, but I cleaned them up with a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and everything. So Very cool. This was $12, so I can't pass that up for $12. I mean, those are like 25 or so at least. So that was a good deal from that pawn shop. Next, we went to I went to my local flea market, and these are going for, I think, aren't they like 10, 15 bucks at Games Ahoy?
Yeah, I think they're...
No, they're like 13 bucks.
13,
yeah, they're $13 at Games Ahoy. And I said, why not add another one to the collection? This was $4. It's from a booth that we usually go to the flea market, and it's a NES Game Genie. Doesn't have the book, but I already have the book for it, so adding another one of these to the collection for $4 is a really good deal, and it works, so very cool to add that. A lot of NES accessories in this video. Next, I went to a Mr. Money pawn shop. It wasn't my local one, it was a different one, but they had recently got in an NES, and I was not interested at first when I saw the NES. Their price that they had on it made me kind of sick to my stomach. They wanted $80 for their NES, and that's just, guys, that's overdoing it, to be honest with you. That's just,
Didn't they only just come with one controller?
Yeah, don't ever pay that for an NES. I mean, especially by itself. I mean, if it has great games with it and everything, like bundled, that's great, but this was just like the bare unit with the cords and a controller. That's just too much, especially from a pawn shop. So stay away from those kind of deals whenever you see them, because they're no good. But what I did get from them was a couple of games that a game and a cleaning kit. I guess I can show you the NES cleaning kit. It's not too exciting, I guess. But this was $5. And then this other thing was really interesting, and it came with a dust sleeve. Another cool, little bonus thrown in. But this was $18, and I didn't have this one. And this goes for $30 to $35, I think. I can't remember if it's $30 or $35, but it's one of those at Games Ahoy. And it's Dragon Warrior 2. And it's in very good shape, and I'm just really happy to add the second Dragon Warrior, because the first one's like worth like a dime a dozen, because there's like 10 of them at Games Ahoy that are like $6.95 or whatever. So, but the second one and up are very expensive, or they're getting up there at least. So, very cool to add this to the collection. So the total is like $24 after tax, I think, for that and the cleaning kit. Alright, now this kind of goes along with a story, because it's kind of, I paid a lot cheaper than what Games Ahoy was asking for it, but I bought this from Games Ahoy, and I had to put my own dust sleeve on it, because they don't give them out with games anymore, I don't think. But this was, I'll just go ahead and say what I paid for it, but it was $6, and it's normally $17, but it's Kirby's Adventure, and very fun game. It's fairly heavy too, because it's a saving game, and everything. But very good condition. And this, how I got this was, trade credit was pretty good. I bought 2 PS2 games, one from ARC and one from the flea market. The one from ARC was NBA Street Volume 2 on PlayStation 2. And the other one from the flea market was Dirt to Daytona on PS2. And the trade credit for both of those was $16, and I paid $2 a piece for those games. So $4 for those 2 games turned into $16 in credit, and then I had to put 2 of my own dollars to pay for tax and the rest of the charge for this game. So technically this game was only $6. So very good deal. I was really happy that I turned around those 2 games for this really good one. So those games are good too, but I already own both. So that's why I traded them in. When I saw them, I had to buy them because I knew I could trade them in for good trade credit. So when you guys see that kind of deals, if you have a local game store that does that kind of stuff, I recommend it, because you could easily turn around a couple of cheap games that you pay for and turn them into something you really want for really good, like free money, I guess, basically. Because that's kind of what I got. I got 12 free dollars from my game store because of the trading credit. So very cool. Not a bad deal at all. Alright, next, I guess we can go ahead and do these. Tyler was in school. This was a Friday. I think it was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he was in school. I hadn't started college yet. I just started last week, but yeah, this was before that. But anyways, I went to a pawn shop that's local in town. It's called Foundation Pawn, and I got 4 Super Nintendo games here. They're not too exciting, but they're ones I didn't have, and they were $2 a piece, and they didn't charge me tax on them. So very cool, and I'll go ahead and show you these. The first one here is the Chess Master. They're all in great shape. A couple of them had some marker on them, like that one had like red marker on it, but I got it off. Troy Aikman NFL football. Capcom's MVP football NFL. Very cool. And then the last one here is John Madden football 93.
I thought that one Capcom game was pretty interesting. I didn't know they made sports games.
I didn't really know that Capcom made football games like that, but I guess they did. So very cool. So yeah, the value for those, like I totaled them up off of the averages on eBay. The total for those 4 is around $15. That's at least what they've been paying for with shipping on eBay for all 4 of those. I kind of added those up. So $8 for the 4 is a pretty good deal. So I'm not too worried about that, but very cool. All right, these 4 games, there are 4 more NES games. These came from Games Ahoy. I'm thinking about a week ago. I think it was last.
Yeah,
I think it was last. I think it was last weekend. But I'll go ahead and show you these. First one here is Joust. Very good shape.
I picked a couple of these out, I think.
Yeah, Tyler picked a couple of these out for me, but yeah, we didn't really divide these out. But anyways, next one is Casino Kid. Too bad it's not the second one, because that one's a lot more expensive. But yeah, they're asking, you know, obviously they're going to have the right price on that one there. But the next one here is 720. And the last one here is Championship Bowling.
I don't know, it looked interesting. So.
Yeah, just might as well. Didn't have it. It's a 4-player game.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I picked it out.
Hey, why not, you know? Get it Saturday night, have your friends over, play some bowling on the NES. There you go. I mean, that's how you could do it. Next, why don't you show the Craigslist deal that we did?
Okay. Okay.
These were picked up, probably one of the quickest Craigslist deals we have ever done. Literally, the lady showed up, handed me the games, I handed her the money, and then we both like drove off. It was like that quick. But there are 4 PS3 games here, and they're all in really good shape.
So it was 15 for all 4. These are on all these are in really nice shape. First one here is BioShock. I've heard about it. It sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, they're in like mint shape, like maybe played a few times each, but really cool to get these.
The second one here is Soul Calibur 4. Then we got Batman Arkham City. And then the last one here is really cool. It's Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. It comes with both Red Dead Redemption and then Undead Nightmare. Both in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, both games are on the disc. It's kind of like the GTA 4 along with the episodes from Liberty City combo. So, really cool. These, yeah, if you guys haven't played this, I'm sure you might have, but if you haven't, really good games. Check them out. It's basically Grand Theft Auto in the Old West, so very cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why don't you go ahead and show those other ones too, like the stack from... Yeah, that stack, that's fine. You can show those.
With the weekend?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Because then the other stuff correlates with what I'm going to show, so...
Alright, so the first game here is from Ark. Or is it
yeah,
local?
Yeah, it was a local Ark that we went to.
It's Cubert on the PS1.
And it's got some, like... I don't know, it's warped a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's kind of... Like the inside back insert part's kind of like water damaged or warped. I tried straightening it out, but it just simply won't do it. But not too big a deal. It wasn't an expensive game. It was $1.50. So, I mean, really good deal. I mean, didn't have it, so why not, right?
And then these 3 are from Goodwill in Fort Collins, right?
Yeah, that was up there last weekend as well.
Yeah.
And those were $1 a piece.
Yeah. These are all 3 PS1 games. First one here is Cool Borders 2. And then we passed these 2 up before.
Yeah, we passed them up before because we didn't want to pay $2 a piece for them, so we kind of...
I think it was $3 a piece.
I don't remember. They were like something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was too much. And then...
But we came back and we redug them out because they had been moved around a lot, but we found them again. But they were $1 a piece.
So we got NFL Extreme 2 and World Cup 98.
So cool, we got some football and soccer action here. And some snowboarding, don't forget that.
Yeah.
And then that was from our local Goodwill.
Yeah.
And
I think I found it.
Yeah, Tyler found it. It was in like all the DVDs and stuff. I didn't see it at all. But this game's going for like 10 to 15, give or take, online right now. And this one was $2, and really good deal.
And that is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Really good deal. Really cool game. I prefer it probably on PS3, but I've never tried it on the Wii. So.
It'd be cool with the Wii wheel.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. It's in really good shape, so really cool to add that to the collection. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and show the stuff that we got, that I'll show from that same day. But, alright, here we've got, from our friend at the flea market that we go to a lot, this was $16.50, I think. He kind of prices it based off of like how much he refurbishes it for and how much he can, get money back out of it and stuff. But that is a jet black Nintendo GameCube, and it has one matching official controller and both official cables, power brick and AV. So very cool. $16.50, and the reason was that for why I bought that was the purpose of try to make a little bit of money, bounce back off of some of the stuff that I'm keeping. So basically I bought it to resell, so hopefully I can, get a decent amount for that. So pretty cool. Glad to find that. And then one of these came from Games Ahoy because I had the disc, I had the game and the case, but I didn't have the manual, so I decided to just rebuy it. And it is Bad Boys Miami Takedown on PS2. And this one is complete. It's got the manual. The one I bought the first time from Games Ahoy was 95 cents. But they don't do games like that anymore. But anyways, this one finally has the manual. So glad to have that. And then from Goodwill, not the local Goodwill, but the other...
I thought it was ARC.
No, this... Oh yeah, it was ARC actually. This was a different ARC that we go to, sometimes. But I already have this game, but this one's not faded on the label or anything, on the insert. That is Crazy Taxi on PS2. So it's basically an upgrade copy for me. So that's why I bought that, and that was $2. Not too bad. This was from our local Goodwill, and they had a PS2 Fat there. And we were thinking about buying it, but I just didn't want to deal with the fact that I, because there was no TV to hook it up to see if it actually plays. I mean, it sounded okay because we hooked it up and it powered on and everything, but we can't really tell. So it was $15. I could have took a chance on it.
It didn't have an official controller either,
but it had like a Mad Catz controller with it and stuff. But anyways, I decided to pass on that. But I did find an official PS2 Slim power brick here, and this was $1. But it didn't have the wall socket plug-in port, the other half of it. So I had to provide that with my own already. So basically, this was $2 because I paid $1 for the other cord like a while back. So only $2 though for a PS2 power brick. I mean, that's a really good deal. Those are pretty much the same as the PS1 power brick price. So very cool. And the last thing here from that trip, we got from Mr. Money. They originally had 10 on it, and the guy ringing it up didn't see it at first. And he was, giving us like a $5 deal on it. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was a $10 sticker on it." And I said, "Well, could you do 8 for it instead?" He's like, "Sure, since I give you the assurance that you were going to be able to pay for it for 5. So he gave it to me for $8, and I need it because I have a almost complete in the box. It will be now, but black Nintendo Wii, and it's the double pack that came with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. And I got the Wii Sports Resort because this is all it was missing. And I bought that from my friend like 2 years ago or so, and this was the only game that was missing out of it. So I paid $55 for the Wii, and then I paid $8 for this. So $63 for the whole thing, complete in box. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So very good. Finally got that to complete that set, and very happy. So, all right, next I'll go ahead and show this stuff here. There's 2 NES games. Tyler went with me. We went to Games Ahoy last Sunday, And we just picked out a couple of NES games that we didn't have. These were $6 a piece, but I think they're very worth it. But the first one here is Burger Time. And the other one here is Star Tropics. And I could have sworn I had this game, and I didn't. And it's because I have like Star Soldier and stuff like that, and it just all the Star games, you know, it's just like you can't remember off the top of your head which Star games you have on your, you know, NES collection. So couldn't really remember what I did with those, but finally found Star Tropics, so I got that one. Why don't you go ahead and show those? I know this is kind of out of order, but you can go ahead and show those first, but then I'll show this stuff. But go ahead and show those games, Tyler.
Okay, so we got a game.
These actually, yeah, they came from Daily Pawn, which is a pawn shop, you know, not too far from us. It's kind of simple drive, like 10-15 minutes, but anyways.
Yeah, so we got a Game Boy game, a Game Boy Color game, and a Super Nintendo game here. I picked these out. I was lucky to see this one. It was kind of in the back, and I didn't see it at first.
Yeah, it's kind of like they have like layers of games that they have, and they put like the bigger games on above, and then they put like Game Boy games and stuff like on the second row. So it's kind of like hard to see it, and it was like in the back of the row too. So Tyler spotted it, and I'm glad he did because I need this.
And it is Donkey Kong Land 2. And we need this for the box that we have for it.
Yeah, there was a video. I don't remember how many videos ago it was, but I have a video where I had, like in one of these pickup videos, where I bought a bunch of boxes with manuals and stuff for like $95. And so I paid $5 for Donkey Kong Land 2 box. It is missing the manual, but I'll have to complete that eventually. But I finally got the game cartridge for it. So now total is $7 because these games were $2 a piece. So $7 so far, and if I can get a manual for another couple bucks, I can get a complete copy of Donkey Kong Land 2 for under $10. So that'd be very cool.
And then the Game Boy Color game is Wacky Races.
Very fun. That's a interesting title, you know.
I know, it looked interesting, so I decided to pick that one out.
And then this last one here isn't too exciting, but it was $2, and
I might as well just throw it in. NHL PA Hockey.
I mean, all those sports titles, if they're cheap enough, you might as well get them out of the way. So that's what I decided to do. I just saw that one laying in there. I was like, okay, let's just get that one too.
I also found it interesting that it's Electric Arts, right?
EA. It's EA, but
yeah.
It's like that's what like Madden is and everything.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool how they've been working for a long time.
So very cool. All right, in that same day, we went to our local pawn shop here in town. It's called Friendly Pawn, and we have a really good friend down there that works down there. He's been, working there for years, and he always gives us good deals when we walk in the door. So he gave me a good deal on 4 NES games, a Super Nintendo game, and a PS2 game. But first I'll go ahead and show you the NES games. All right. And all these dust sleeves were mine already, so... But first one here is Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. So that's very cool. Got both Star Tropics games in the same video. But this one was it $7?
Yep.
He was originally asking like $10 for that one, and he gave me a deal at $7, so I couldn't pass that up. So very cool. Next one here is Maniac Mansion, and he was asking $15 for this one, and he went down to $10 on it for me. So very cool. It's a little bit damaged on the back, but not too big a deal. Not too worried about that. There's that one. This one I didn't have, and it's kind of embarrassing, but not really. I mean, it's not a horrible game, but it's like nothing that you'd want to just spend money on. But it's it's Hoops, and he gave me this for $1, so I couldn't pass it up. I mean, I'm not gonna really find it anywhere else. I mean, it's everywhere, but everyone's asking like as much as they can get out of it for it. So I decided, he'll give me $1 on that. I mean, I'll do it. And the last NES game he did for me was Kid Nicky, Radical Ninja, and that one it was $10, and he gave me a $7 deal on that one. Yeah. So very cool, got that one. All right, and the Super Nintendo game he had $6 on it, and he did it for $4, and that is Disney's Goof Troop. Very cool. And the last one here, I had never seen one of these before. It was $4, and it's for the PS2. It's SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs in the big box.
Yeah. And
it comes with the, I'll try to open it real quick for you guys. It comes with the Logitech headset for online gameplay. So back in the day when PS2 online gaming was, you know, the thing. That's what this was all about. So
it wasn't popular yet, really.
Like, yeah, online gaming wasn't too big yet, I don't think, but very cool to have all of this in the big box for $4. I can't really pass that up. It's something you don't usually see. So very cool. Add that to collection. So, all right. Next here we've got. I kind of went, you know, just on a random just journey day. It was back on. It was last week. It was on Martin Luther King Day. I decided to go. Tyler didn't want to go, but I went to a couple pawn shops. They're about a half-hour drive away, but one of them was Easy Pawn, and the other one was Mr. Money. I'll go ahead and show the Easy Pawn stuff first. But the first game here is Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings, and the Lost Ocean for Nintendo GameCube. But the thing with this is, it is missing the first disc and the manual. But I told the guy that was ringing me up. He said, "Do you want it for $1?" And I said, "I'll go ahead and go with it." So when I got home, I immediately went on eBay to see if I could find the first disc. And there was a deal on eBay that had the first disc and the manual. And the guy was asking $12, and we kind of like volleyed the prices back and forth for a little while. And he finally did $9, but I haven't received the other half yet. But that'll probably be next video. But he did he offered me at 10, and I said, "Would you do 9?" And he said he couldn't reverse the offer that he gave me. So what he's gonna do, it's gonna be kind of funny, but he's gonna send the game and the manual in a case. You know, he's gonna ship it, but he's gonna give me a $1 bill with it. So I basically still get it for $9. So then that way I paid a total of $10 for this game. So very cool. It's going for 20 at least right now. So very cool. So I'll have to wait a little while to get that complete, but once I do, that'll be a good pickup. Next here, nothing exciting, but Mark Davis Pro Bass Challenge for PS2. It is factory sealed, and this was $1. Very cool. We saw it there last time, which was like a month or so ago, but we never picked it up because we weren't really thinking about it. Yeah. And then these other games were $2 a piece. Finally completed this one. I had the case and insert only for it, but I finally found a black label of it, and it's Dragon Ball Z Budokai on GameCube. And this is going for $10 at Games Ahoy, so I paid $2 for that. Not a bad deal at all. And then this other one I bought just because I saw it, and I just felt for the resale purpose of it, and that is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, also $2. And that's not too expensive a game, maybe $8 at most, I'm not sure. But yeah, $2 for that's not a bad deal, but I'll turn around and hopefully make a couple bucks on that. And then the other game, this is what Games Ahoy is selling for $20 right now, and trade credit's pretty good. I think it's like $10 in trade credit, I think. Found this at Mr. Money, and this Mr. Money resurfaces games and stuff. They have a resurfacing machine, which is probably one of the only Mr. Moneys I know that actually does that. And this was in their sports games section, and I did not know this, but all their sports games were 50 cents. That's right, 50 cents, and this game's worth $20 at Games Ahoy, and trade credit's good, but that is NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. So that's basically 2 copies of this game I found in this video. And I paid 50 cents, or it was like 53 cents after tax, with a resurface. So that's a really good trade-in credit right here. I was not expecting them to have 50-cent games at a pawn shop. That's like garage sale prices. I mean, that's very cool. I paid with that with pocket change. I didn't even break $1 on that. I just a couple quarters and some pennies, and there it was. Very cool. So I'll be trading that in. That'll be a cool trade credit to see what I get out of that. Alright, and then today, me and Tyler went to this estate sale that was posted on Craigslist, and we wanted to go because they had, you know, a couple things gaming related posted. And this guy used to own a thrift store here in town like a year ago, and it was closed down a year ago because he had to pay for some family issues or something. And he's finally moving out, I guess, of town. But he's basically selling off, you know, all of his stuff. But he had a very cool little deal here. I'll go ahead and show you this first. But it's an Indigo Nintendo GameCube. It's got a memory card in there. And this one is, what is it? It's a 59 block. So very cool. Another memory card added to the collection. But I got this here. Got the power brick. One matching official controller. One black or jet black official controller. I'll be keeping this one. I'm going to sell off the GameCube. Is the AV cord here. And what was also cool is it came with all the manuals. Very cool. So if I ever get a GameCube that's boxed and it doesn't have manuals, there they are. And then these 4 games came with it. First one here is Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003. They are all complete. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. I already have this one, but this will be an upgrade. I didn't have 2003, so that'll be going into the collection. 2005 is a way better copy than what I have, so very cool. And then this one's very cool. It is Super Mario Sunshine, but it is the not for resale edition. So this leads me to believe that this was originally like the bundle that came with this game. Very cool. So I'll be keeping that copy because I have the regular edition, so now I have a not for resale copy. So it's a variant, so very cool. And this last one here is very cool because I've had this game for about a year and it's been a disc only, and I paid $1 for that back when I got it, but I now finally found a complete copy of it, and that is Mario Party 4. And the price on this whole bundle for the GameCube and the 4 games and 2 controllers and the manuals and the memory card was $45. And I feel that was a really good deal, because especially for Mario Sunshine and Mario Party 4. You can't pass that up, especially in an estate sale. I mean, if you guys see that kind of stuff, just pick it up, because someone else will, and that'll be a bummer. But we got there right when he opened his garage door and everything. There was so many people lined up in front of his house. It was great. I had never seen anything like it. It was like someone was waiting for like a flea market booth to open up or something. It was crazy. But yeah, $45, and I can resell my disc only of Mario Party 4 and the GameCube and the Tiger Woods 2005 that I have and stuff like that. Maybe make my money back on it, and then, you know, basically get Mario Party 4 and the Mario Sunshine not for resale edition and stuff for free, basically. So very cool. Then also today we went to our local ARC thrift store, and this was probably the best deal that we've gotten there in a very long time. Only a couple things here, but they are definitely worth it. The first one here, Tyler found. I didn't even see it because it doesn't even look like anything normally. But if you want, do you want me to show it?
Yeah, you can show it.
Okay, didn't have a dust sleeve, but I put one of my dust sleeves on it. But that is Exodus: Journey to the Promised Land, Wisdom Tree NES game. And it was just kind of shoved in with like the CDs and stuff. I guess to them they must have thought it was like a tape or something, because really it looks like an 8-track or like a, you know, cassette tape or something. So very funny. But this was $2, which is like 10 or so at Games Ahoy, I think. Very cool. And this last one is very expensive. I have only seen it once, and it's at Games Ahoy, and they're asking $45 for this. And this one is complete. It has all 3 discs in it, and they're all in very good shape after I cleaned it up. And that is Spyro Collector's Edition for the original PlayStation. And this was $5. And I can't even explain how exciting that was to see this. Tyler was excited. I was excited. It was a great deal. They had a couple of Crash Bandicoot games as well. One of them was missing the game, and the other one I don't have, but it was greatest hits. They were both greatest hits anyways. But Collector's Edition of Spyro for $5 is a very good deal. If you see something like that, especially like a 3-pack like this, pick it up, especially if it's really cheap. So, very cool to find this collector's set for $5. Could not believe it. In this last stack of games here is 2 NES games. I got this like basically 3 weeks ago, but this is the reason why the title is named what it is. And the first one I'll show you here is, it's not so exciting, but the second one is. The first game here is these both are from Games Ahoy. First one here is the Three Stooges for the NES. Very funny game. If you guys have not seen the show, I definitely recommend it. My dad got me the complete series on DVD for Christmas, and there's like over like 70 hours, I think, of video. So very cool. Can't wait to get into that. But yeah, this was $10, but it's going for like 6 maybe averaged. So I overpaid this one, but this next game that I'm going to show you outbeats all of it. And for this being in the same day, I can't really complain about this being $10, especially what I'm about to show you. But this is the moment that you guys have probably been waiting for. This is by far the most expensive game in my collection, and it's from Games Ahoy, and I believe they messed up quite a bit. And but this game is for the NES as well, and it's Anna Barbara Presents Wacky Races. And I am not kidding you, I paid $20 for this game at my game store, because there's the sticker, I left it on there just to show you guys, and it is real. It is in a protector case, but I'll go ahead and take it out and show you guys. But they definitely messed up on their price scale, because this game is worth, right now, on Amazon stuff, I think like the lowest price is like $140. But there it is. It's not a
really nice shape.
It's in really nice shape. It's not a reproduction. It's not fake. It's all there. It's a very fun game, but this is by far the most expensive game in my collection out of every game system that I collect for. So there is that. Very exciting to find my game store slipping up on a game. I was never expecting that. I just walked in on a Sunday, and there it was. I had recently seen, you know, that game going on, you know, eBay and stuff for how much it was. So I wouldn't have known how much this was worth otherwise without knowing that. I would have like overpassed it. So $20. Just giving you guys some advice right now. If you guys got local game stores, just check every so often. They might mess up. Their computer might malfunction, a price sticker or something. Just check. You never know. There's going to be some game stores that'll just mess up their prices. Kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the Game Chasers. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they found Surprise at Dinosaur Peak for the NES for $5 at their local game store. They messed up. So just check. You never know. You'll never know until you check. So definitely a cool find. I'm glad to finally get an expensive game in the collection and a very good price. So very exciting. Alright guys, I know this was a long video. I apologize for that, but it was very fun. Hope you guys enjoyed all the stuff that you just witnessed. Until next time, guys, I will see you later. Happy gaming. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you guys love this kind of stuff, just stay tuned for more, because there will always be more. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Have a good time.
See you guys later.
See ya.